Time to try loading another shitty game. I don't fucking like this game. Anyway, pack includes 10-page comic apparently, and does it? Presume that's it then. 10-page A6 comic, and most of the inside is actually black and white, even the inside and the outside cover, so that's a bit shit. What is this, the 1970s, mate? So that's the only colour bit. I don't do monochrome, so it's not for me. Maybe it's for you, but it's not for me, innit? So obviously these are not quite the correct size, so this is why they get creased decades later. Anyway, it's the cassette for you there. There's nothing amazing going on there. Box standard. This game was 10 quid. Infuriating to fucking play. But obviously if it loads, I'll get more money for it. Because obviously if it loads, I would have to do something to prove that it loaded, so it's good to know. Well, no, I'm never going to remember all these games. I play so many fucking games. It's nice out there, isn't it? Nice enough to risk your life of being killed within 3 weeks. 20% chance of not getting killed. I don't think it's that nice out there, thank you. I'll just look from the window. Yeah, it's loading another part there. I don't think it's got any loading music or anything like that. They are nice flashing lights. I mean, I'm not a bastard for no reason. They look good even with the few sparkles I'm getting with New Faithful. There is something funny going on there. It's probably digital rot or something somewhere. One of the chips that's very difficult to find, probably soldered right on the motherboard. Most people wouldn't even give a shit actually, but anyway, if that's the only problem this machine has, this 8580 based machine, let's not have that argument, then yeah, that's fine. I can deal with that, mate. I'll be quite happy if that's the level of, you know, success I get powering on my 3 ColecoVisions. And the biggest hurdle is I haven't found a fucking power supply. So you can imagine how big my house is and how much crap I've got in boxes and bags and shit from when I moved half a decade ago. Few problems with the repairs here and there, mate. A 2-day job putting up some carpet tiles turned into a 2-month job removing bitumen layers from fucking concrete floors. I'm glad you didn't load. Fuck you, mate. Piece of shit. Wow, that I should have actually checked the physical tape. Now, of course, if your tapes don't work, then you sell them as untested. This is standard business practice in the retro communities. If anyone's got anything remotely valuable, they're not going to tell you that it don't load or that there's a dirty great crease in the tape right in the middle. And you can't expect people to like get a magnifying glass out and try and look at the layers of tape around the reels. Even then you might not be able to see them. So that's just what happens. It's like, sorry, you can't test this. Now, obviously if I never speak in my eBay auctions, then no one will know it's this channel. So Phew, it's a bit of a relief. Is that a stain on the fucking CRT screen or my fucking retinas? Now I have got more than one copy of Antiriad, and all I'll do is the cassette that loads I'll put in this packaging. I think I've got at least one other copy of this game in the clamshell. Probably is not as nice condition, and it's probably missing the comic. So if it don't load, there's no real point having. But then you see, if you sold that one as like working, then you can't sell the other one as untested, because it would be like, oh well, you know, why haven't you tried this one yet? And it's like, yeah, whatever. So it's obviously fake then. So if you're going to go with selling stuff as untested, you have to get them out of the way first. And then later on, after a bit of a break, you can list up the stuff you know that works. And say, yeah, well, you know, I didn't have a Commodore tape deck then, or, you know, a working one, or whatever excuse you're going to give, or I don't have a real C64 anymore. Those are the usual excuses. My parents found these in the cupboard. Yeah, what kind of cupboard is going to have things in it for 40 fucking years that no one ever opens to think, I can't even remember what's in that cupboard. What's in that cupboard? Is this cupboard like 10 foot up in the air? So there's some weird traps involved there. There's no Sacred Armour of Antiriad going on here though, that's for sure.